Hello, so I am makeup free again, I know, but what I'm going to be doing is a tutorial for all of you on eyeliners. And I have got at the minute two of my favourite Avon eyeliners, and they're two very, very different styles, but they should hopefully give you kind of like a gist of how to do each of them. So for absolute beginners, and the absolute cheapest that we do, is this one here, which is the Avon Glimmer Stick. This one is £3.50 in the February brochure, I believe. And I've got this one in the shade Cosmic Brown. So you don't have to go black with eyeliner. And it is great because you never have to sharpen this pencil. You just twist it up. So if you were an absolute beginner, I would highly recommend a pencil eyeliner. The only thing with pencil eyeliners is that they can be a little bit harsh on skin, which is why I'd go for the Gel Lines one or the bold one with Avon, because they're a little bit softer, or this one. And this one is great because it really easily transfers, but it is smudge proof and water resistant. Apparently, I haven't tested that, but apparently, according to Avon, it is. But I love this product, so I'm going to show you how to basically line your eyelid with this one. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to look at your lid, and you can see that your lashes are here, and just right there is just on your lash line. When it comes to eyeliner, eyeliner's basically used to add drama to the area, but also highlight your lash line and your lash area. Basically make it look thicker and fuller. So if you have few eyelashes or light eyelashes, eyeliner is a really great way to intensify that area and just make your eyes look thicker and fuller. So we'll give this a go here. So I'm actually going to start at the midpoint here. I find the easiest way to do eyeliner is to do small, short pulls, because that way if something goes wrong, you can easily correct it. So short, small pulls, and we're going to pull this lightly, trying to stay the same thickness all the way to the end. Now don't pull and tug this bit because you're going to distort things. I know a lot of people show you doing that, and if you're practiced at that, that's a great way, but it will easily distort things. So now we're actually going to work from the middle to the front. Can you see how easy that was there? And if I'd pulled that, I would have gone straight down into there, which wouldn't have framed the outer part of my eye quite so well as it does now, because it just sits right in that line lovely. So I'm going to start a little bit forward of the line I did before and work back. And basically you want to start almost decreasing this line so it gets smaller as it goes into the inner part of your eye. And how close you bring it to the inner part of your eye is entirely up to you. So I don't like to bring it all that close. You can see I'm just... There we are. And that is my eyeliner for that side, just because I know personally with how sensitive my eyes are, bring it much closer and they start to get really sensitive. But you can see how much more defined and open this eye looks now in comparison to this eye, which you wouldn't think of with a dark liner, would you? And being a cosmic brown, it's way more natural than a black would be, although I do like my black mascaras and things like that. But if you want to go for a more natural look, do go for some of the brown black mascaras that Avon do. And one thing I will suggest for you, anyone who's using eyeliner, if you want to open up your eye and make it look brighter, the best way to do that is with a lighter colour on the inner corner of your eyes. Now I'd normally do this again with a glimmer stick in a very light colour, but I don't have one at the minute. So what I'm actually going to be using is the Avon Show Glow in the Glitter Flick Stick Flickering Gold, which I love to use this on my eyelids. And we just roll it up again, so no sharpeners needed ever. And you're just going to dab a tiny bit in here, like so. Blend out to the bottom and blend out to the top. And you can see it's slightly glimmery and flickery, so this is why I'd go for a glimmer stick if you don't want that kind of effect, or a white or pale nude eyeliner. Pale nude is the most popular colour to go for, and you can even do it in your waterline down here if you wanted as well. Just be very careful with that because that's a very sensitive area. But as you can see, it really opens that eye out. So in comparison to this eye's a lot bigger and brighter and just looking a lot more fresh if you ignore the redness, and just glimmers and catches the light beautifully, which if you imagine, if I have a nice light look on my eye, it is going to look amazing. The other way to draw attention to your eye is with liquid eyeliner, and my favourite one at the minute is of course the Avon pearlesque one, and if anything, the applicator is amazing, which makes it so much easier to use, especially if you aren't great with liquid eyeliner. Excuse me. Which I myself am not. And so what I'm basically doing with this one, sorry, got a bit of a tickle. What I'm doing with this one is shade Midnight Black, is doing basically the same thing but slightly differently, and you'll see now. So this is the applicator, and this just makes it like holding a pencil or a paintbrush. If you're used paintbrushes, it's like using a paintbrush. And don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's an ever so slight, very, very subtle glimmer. So the way I'm going to work this is again from the middle. And again, you want to be really close into your lash line. The key thing to remember with liquid eyeliner is it's a lot less forgiving than something like a glimmer stick. And it makes it more difficult to correct if something goes wrong. So you've really got to build up to that confidence level. So I'm just working down to my outer corner like that. You see, I got a bit thin there. So I'm bringing that up. Just like that. And then I'm really going to focus on the front part. And it is really while you're getting used to this slow and steady and just adding small amounts to it just to really build it up. There we are. So that is liquid eyeliner. Just fill in that bit there. I am not that strong when it comes to liquid eyeliner. I much prefer a pencil. For me it's easier, it's not quite so bold. So it's great for people like me who just want a natural look. So as you can see, this is a lot bolder than this is. And if you really want to take it out there and be bolder and do a whole cat eye, there is a way to do it. So I will show you now. Let me just get the hair off this. People pull and tug, and I really hate when people do that. I'm sorry. It's not good for your skin. It will encourage wrinkles in the area, and it really isn't good for the overall finish. So if you want to do it, you can see that your eye always has this little almost opening. So if you think about it like a torch, you've got a direct up to here, and you've always got that direct bit down to there. So you've got like this open window here, in effect. If you can see, my line's quite visible. So what you're going to do is you're going to think, well, that bit there is the outer corner of my eye. Just where I stuck that dot, that nestles in that crack just beautifully. What angle do I want this cat eye to go for? Well, I want it to go at about that angle, because I want it to be up there as if it was shooting to the corner of my eyebrow. So as you can see, I just did that dot, and as you can see, if I pull this, it's totally different angle and look. So I've just done that dot, and what I'm going to do is join the two together. And that is a really fine line, which a lot of you might not want. But if you really want to build that up, all you've got to do is pick from the midpoint and drag up. Or pick from the tip and drag up, and that gives you a bolder look. So it's all how bold you want to go, but your starting point is that tiny little dot line just there, and then you drag and put it however you want. The key thing is to remember, which I didn't just do then, is it has to dry. It's liquid. You can do it with a glimmer stick, but it will smudge. And, well, not necessarily glimmer stick, but pencils in general. It will smudge, and it's not as bold as it looks. So I'll show you. So we'll just do a corner in there. And we'll just do our line here. And we'll just join the two. It tugs the skin a little bit more when you're trying to do it with a pencil. Which, as you can see, doesn't give for all that great of an effect. But the best way to do with this is to do like that. And the way that I'd go about this now, which may be against the way some of you like to do things, is that is a lot subtler. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buff it while it's still wet. Buff it. And what this is going to do, if you can imagine doing a smoky eye, you're going to blend this into it. It's going to create such a subtle, gorgeous look. Bring it up the eye. And there we are. So that is blended. And it's still going to give that almost like an illusion of a cat eye. But once you've done your actual eye look, so obviously your eyeliner will always go on after eyeshadow and that, but once you've done your eye look, that is going to blend in beautifully. So you've got your statement wing. I always do slightly small, but this is so gorgeous, and this harsh line won't be there once you've blended it all and you've got your actual eyeshadow and that on, and this will blend in, and you can see it's already subtly dark here, so you'll have a dark outer, a light inner, and that dramatic eye look that you want. So that is my eye looks or eyeliner tips for you, and I really hope this has helped you. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.